This is Action Sports Jax First and 10 Training Camp, sponsored by Farah & Farah, the exclusive personal injury law firm of the Jaguars.
He's gonna have a lot of uncles.
One of the best parts of these training camps have been the daily family time after the work is done. Devon Hamilton's little one, Ace, has been a star for sure. Welcome into First and 10. Training camp is getting real close to making that turn towards the regular season. Just a couple of open practices remain, and then more installs and game planning enter the equation. But for now, it's still about competing and getting ready for the first preseason game of the year, and it's this weekend. Yes, finally. And hey, we got a full team reporting from the Miller Electric Center to bring you the big storylines and camp battles in progress. It's less position battle, more snap distribution when it comes to running back. We know Travis Etienne is RB1 when the season gets going, but how much does this coaching staff want to incorporate the full stable of running backs at their disposal? Head coach Doug Peterson looking forward to seeing Etienne up his game in year 3 in the NFL.
We always talk about, speed to or speed through the hole, not to the hole type thing, and he's really embraced that this training camp, and that to me is the next step for him. And that 11, 12, 13, now the yards start creeping up, and maybe he's pushing 1,600, 1,700 yards as a rusher.
Averaging 100 a game would certainly be nice, and it is a lofty goal for Etienne, who caught up with Action Sports Jax Brent Martineau and thinks it's a realistic goal for him to attain.
Definitely. I feel like they wouldn't have drafted me if I didn't have that capability. So it just wanted me to go out there and just be my best self every game.
How nice is it to build off what you did last year? Obviously, the first year you're coming off the injury and you're just chomping, ready to go. But you had some really good moments last year and overall a nice season. It had to give you a bunch of confidence.
Yes, sir, most definitely. Just I feel like last year just brought me confidence. I just knew it was a sense of belonging. And now just going out there and getting back to myself, back to the player I've been my whole life. No second guessing things, just going out there playing free. I have the experience behind me. I have those. I just know a lot more when I'm going out there now, and I had the experience behind me. So I'm just really excited for the season. It can't get here fast enough.
I think for a stretch, you're the best back in the league. I mean, at a 5-week stretch there. Do you feel a little bit underrated, though, or underappreciated from a national spotlight standpoint? How many people talk about Travis Etienne?
No, but I feel like it's my job to go out there and to make it to where they have no choice but to talk about me. And so that's just going to be me have to go in there week in and week out playing my best ball. And if I do that, then everyone will know who I am.
You played on dynamic offenses in college. How dynamic is this one? You look at what you guys have in the backfield, obviously with Trevor and the receiving core. Looks pretty good on paper.
Nah, definitely. But the game is not won on paper, so it's on us to go out there and execute in the games. And I feel like this is what we're going to do. We've been out here, had a great camp. I'm just ready to go out there and put these fireworks on display for everyone to see.
Etienne won't see too much playing time this weekend as the Jags embark on their first road trip of the year to AT&T Stadium. The Dallas Cowboys await, and the staff looks forward to seeing some of the younger guys on this team get their first taste, albeit the preseason NFL action. Younger guys, including Jags first-rounder Anton Harrison.
It's the final countdown for these Jacksonville Jaguars. One more practice here at the Miller Electric Center, and then this team flies off to Jerry's World, where all the rookies will be making their NFL debut.
Yeah, I was sitting at home yesterday just thinking about it. Couldn't wait. It kind of hit me yesterday, like it's a couple days away, so I'm just excited to go out there and ball. To get the game plan against another opponent, go against new guys, that's not your own teammates, so you can really just let it all loose. So I'm excited to go out, be able to show my skill set against other opponents, so definitely.
I anticipate him playing even maybe a touch longer. It's his first NFL game, so maybe see him in there, a series or two after the ones come out.
It's not just the physical ability head coach Doug Peterson is looking for on Saturday, it's also the mental side of things and how these guys can handle when the lights get a little bit brighter on Saturday. At the Miller Electric Center, I'm Olivia Tasley, Action Sports Jax.
Thank you, Liv. Still to come, the first depth charts came out, and the surprise name, Blake Hance. We catch up with the offensive guard next. Then a shout out to Sammy McCauley and family, along with the J Fund. The Yulee softball player just finished 36 chemo treatments and is headed into her junior season with the Hornets, getting some well-deserved VIP treatment at Jags camp this morning.
You're watching Action Sports Jax, 1st and 10, Training Camp. Sponsored by Farah & Farah, the exclusive personal injury law firm of the Jaguars.
It's actually pretty crazy. About half my mom's family lives in Jacksonville, Florida. The other half lives in Jacksonville, Illinois. So, yeah, it's kind of bizarre.
No word on if any of Blake Hance's relatives live in Jacksonville, North Carolina or Jacksonville, Alabama. We all know which Jax is the best Jax, though. It's the one with the Jacksonville Jaguars, of course. Welcome back to 1st and 10 Training Camp. And let's talk about the depth chart, shall we? Of course, they released the first one ahead of the first preseason game. And health, when it comes to offensive guard, has been an issue over the last couple weeks. Ben Bartch still waiting to come off the physically unable to perform list, the old PUP list. And Tyler Shatley working his way back from an irregular heartbeat or AFib last week. With those two out, it has opened the door for another guard to enter the equation, as Marcel Robinson reports.
There is a 100% injury rate when it comes to the game of football. You are going to get hurt. Players are going to go down. And it's just as important for that next man up to be able to slide into those positions to make this team remain successful. That being the case here in Jacksonville with, of course, Tyler Shatley going down. In comes Blake Hance, who is a newcomer to this team, but not a newcomer to the city of Jacksonville.
Yeah. When I was here in 2019, I even lived with my uncle for a couple months. So
He's a smart guy, and he, he's just a quiet, come to work every day and put in a good day's work, and he's really shown that he can obviously play at this level.
a few years ago in Cleveland, I went in after not practicing tackle at all in the second round of the playoffs at left tackle, so I feel confident in myself to play all 5 spots.
From a coach's perspective, having a guy that can move around just a little bit gives you that versatility you look for.
Hance is going to have plenty of opportunity to get comfortable with this offensive line unit, as it's been announced that some of the starters will get some opportunity to play an extended look at those starters this Saturday against the Dallas Cowboys. We'll have to see how long he goes and see just how much that offensive line functions together as a unit. At the Miller Electric Center, Marcel Robinson, Action Sports Jax.
Thank you, Marcel. Blake Hance from a different Jacksonville. How about a shout out to Demario Douglas from right here in Duval County's Jacksonville. He continues to shine over at Patriots camp, hoping to see number 60 make that regular season roster and give Mac Jones a little 904 backup up in Foxborough. Still to come, the deadline to make some field upgrades for high school football is quickly approaching, with one local school right on schedule. That is coming up next. And another reminder, tomorrow, that's Thursday, is the last open practice. So if you have not gotten your tickets yet, you'll be waiting until August 26th to see the Jaguars in that final preseason game, the home game, the only preseason home game for the Jags this year.
You're watching Action Sports Jax, 1st and 10, Training Camp. Sponsored by Farah & Farah, the exclusive personal injury law firm of the Jaguars.
Nice progress being made over at Englewood High School. New turf field going in on the Rams' home field just in time for the Friday Night Blitz right around the corner. Englewood, the latest Duval County public school to get the field makeover. You might remember Riverside High debuting its new surface a year ago. With all the sports that use those fields, things get pretty dicey with worn out grass by the end of the year. But now a solution to all those troubles. Monday, we talked to Jaguars great Mo Williams at Providence. Well, Mo has company this year when it comes to former Jags coaching up the high school ranks. Jacksonville native Jamal Fudge spent 2006 and 2007 with the Jaguars alongside his Ed White High School teammate D. Webb. Now the two are head coach and athletic director respectively at NFEI, passing on knowledge to Eagles players.
It's fun to be around. They bring a different mood to the room when they step in the room, because we know they've been where we want to go. So we just try to push ourselves to be better than them.
In a week and a half, the Friday Night Blitz is on. We start off the high school football season next Friday, the 18th, with our season preview show. We'll check out a few preseason games, plus games that actually count up in Georgia. Excited to team up with Jaguars Prep again this year and bring you the best high school football coverage here in town. How about some completely unbiased recruiting reporting? Yes, Creekside Rising senior pitcher Kaylee Martineau committed to Daytona State College today. We're also very happy for Kmart and the entire Martineau clan. As we all know, Kaylee got her athletic abilities from her mom, Steph. Big congrats to Kaylee, as well as Steph and Brent, the entire Martineau clan. All right, that's going to do it for this edition of First and 10 Training Camp. Thank you so much for staying with us, really for all of training camp as we get ready for the preseason to finally kick off this weekend. That game, of course, Saturday in Dallas. We will have a crew on the ground. And of course, you can watch that game right here on CBS 47. So exciting stuff there. Let's leave you now with another autograph session. This is one of the cool things the Jags have done with this new facility, given a position group each day of practice for the fans to get to meet and greet. We'll do another First and 10 training camp tomorrow night. We'll see you then.
Thanks for watching Action Sports Jax First and 10 Training Camp. Sponsored by Farah & Farah, the exclusive personal injury law firm of the Jaguars.
Action Sports Jax Primetime, Saturday at 10:30 on Fox 30.